I mean, because businesses change, times change, things change. You got to be nimble and flexible with your culture. GE, completely different culture of Home Depot. That was one of the issues. But what Bob asked me to do at Home Depot was something I had done at GE, which is buy companies. So we were diversifying the business, and we went out and bought billions of dollars worth of companies and set up the largest commercial and industrial business in the country in building materials.
You're coming through that process, and then over a period of time, there's a disconnected relationship between the founders and Bob and what the direction of the company should be. And I think one big lesson that I've learned from that whole experience is culture and value alignment is everything. Because if it's not there from the very beginning, it doesn't really matter what's going to go forward. But at the same time, you were a GE child too, and you had a similar mindset and perspective of what worked at GE, but maybe wasn't going to work at Home Depot. So can you walk us through that transition of then eventually becoming the CEO?
2 comments on culture. Culture is hugely important, and culture needs to change. So there was one, because businesses change, times change, things change. You got to be nimble and flexible with your culture, like you got to be with other things. But you have to be very careful not to disrespect culture. And I think one of the problems at Home Depot bringing in the GE culture was the Home Depot culture felt disrespected. And a very simple example is that, they're talking about store managers. You didn't go to college, but you work your way up and you're running a store. At one point, the answer at Home Depot in the GE world was, no, you need a college degree. You're running a $40 million business. You have 250 people reporting to you. You have 35,000 SKUs. We're going to have store managers who have college degrees. What does that do? Everybody in the store knows he or she's not going to be the manager of this store. And that's the kind of thing, it was less, that was the kind of thing that was very culturally problematic.